I'm Chad Butt. I'm the Executive Director of Mentor Vermont. Thank you so much for being here today and joining us to celebrate the 2022 Ambassadors in Mentoring with Comcast. Um, we're really excited to have you all and be able to do this over Zoom, even though we'd love to see everybody in person maybe next year. But really welcome the opportunity to get everybody in one virtual space at least to celebrate the great work that you all are doing and have Comcast be able to recognize you for that. I did before we want to get started because we didn't have the chance to do a full celebration this year in person like we used to. Just recognizing the sponsors of National Mentoring Month. So we have a handful of sponsors. You see Comcast right there, which we'll talk more about in a minute. So I just wanted to have a chance for us to recognize all the great organizations and businesses out there that are sponsoring Mentor Vermont and Mentoring Month this year. So we'll just look at those and then we'll hop right in a second here. There's a lot of businesses out there that are really supportive of mentoring in communities throughout Vermont. So we really want to thank them for the work that they do and supporting youth mentoring in their local communities. So really what we're here about today is all of you. And so we really appreciate teaming up with Comcast here for, I think, Brad, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the 7th year in a row we've done this. And so very appreciative of Comcast working with us to once again raising awareness of the great work that mentoring programs around the state are doing, and the work that outstanding mentors and mentees are doing as well, all of you. We recognize that mentoring has been a little different in the last couple of years than it was prior, and it's taken a lot of work from programs, mentors, and mentees to figure that out. And really feel like the ambassadors of mentoring are just exemplary of showing the impact of mentoring during this time to ensure that both youth, adults, really all of us have supportive relationships with one another so that we have time to really grow and process and recover from the pandemic here. Given the long-term impacts of that upheaval and disconnection that the pandemic has brought about, this is really a crucial moment for all of us to do everything we can in our communities to connect with one another. And I think that the ambassadors of mentoring and the mentoring programs around the state are great examples of just doing that on the local level, to really be there for one another and make sure that not only the folks that are in mentoring programs now, but hopefully the stories that you all shared with us and that we're going to be talking a little bit about today, and you'll be able to read the full stories on our website, can really inspire others and their communities to get involved, be it a mentor or mentee, start up a new mentoring program, to make a difference just with that human connection of people together, like you all do. So I wanted to thank you all for being here today. And I wanted to turn things over to Brad from Comcast to really introduce you all and recognize all of you for the great work that you're doing. So Brad, thank you so much for Comcast support again this year, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Chad. It's great to be with everyone here today virtually. Again, Brad Palazzo, I'm the Director of Community Impact for Comcast Western New England region, which includes Vermont. And it's always a pleasure to be here. As Chad and I were talking about earlier, it'd be great when we can do this again in person in Montpelier. I always enjoyed coming up for the event, but nevertheless, happy to see you all in a virtual space, and hope everybody, I think we got more snow than you all in Vermont, but I hope everybody fared well in the weekend storm that we had. As you know better than anyone, middle school and high school, can be difficult time in an adolescent's life, and under normal circumstances. And the last 2.5 years have been anything but normal. And navigating those challenges and just the general challenges of being a kid today can be tough. And many of the matches have been together for at least a couple of years, which underscores really the importance of these relationships, and for both the mentors and the mentees, and how committed you all are to each other, and especially the mentors to giving back to your mentees. I'm sure you've all found fun and interesting things to do, on your own and together to support mentoring. But we also should give a quick shout out to all of the mentoring programs that help bring you together, and the commitment to their work, as well as obviously Mentor Vermont. Comcast is also committed to youth in our communities. Couple of programs that we offer. We have an Internet Essentials program, which provides low-cost Vermont households with a home broadband internet connection. And we're also really proud to be a part of the federal government's affordable connectivity program to help even more families get online. During the pandemic, we saw a real need to connect local community institutions to make sure that they had internet service when there was hybrid learning happening where kids were not in the schoolroom, but they were in a community center. And even now, the connection is still needed for after school and homework help. So we launched Comcast Lift Zones, where we provide free Wi-Fi to those sites. And in Vermont, we've connected a number of sites, including the Boys and Girls Club of Burlington, in Brattleboro and Burlington, the Spectrum Youth and Family Services in St. Albans, and the Dodge House, who supports folks in the military community in Rutland. And we have a long-standing partnership and relationship with local nonprofits, including Boys and Girls Clubs, the YMCAs, and United Ways as well. And of course, as Chad said, we've been a supporter of Mentor Vermont now for 7 years, and proud of that relationship, and proud to be a part of this event each year and really promote mentoring during the month of January. Today's event celebrates your unique stories, of the mentors and mentees and the matches, and highlights, the voices of youth mentees and their mentors as we honor you all. By sharing your stories, with Mentor Vermont and through this event, you're making it public, which is a good thing. How helping each other in a mentor-mentee relationship raises awareness for the benefits of mentoring and the need for more mentors for folks throughout the state. So today, we're going to recognize 13 matches, and I'm excited to have an opportunity to do that. So I'm going to start stepping through. I know there's slides for each match. So I'm going to start with Alexis and Betsy from Starksboro Mentoring Program, who have been matched for 5.5 years. These two enjoy being creative, often crafting or working on projects such as sewing and baking. They most recently worked on a scrapbook together, documenting their long time together as mentor and mentee. Moving on to the next match, Andrew and Maura from the Windsor County Mentors have been matched for 16 months. They are the first cross-gender match at Windsor County Mentors and have been a huge success. Together, they enjoy being active, hiking, skating, and having a lot of fun together. Next on our list is Aisa and Alicia, Alice, have been matched for 5 years through the Crossroads Mentoring Program. This duo has developed such a special connection that even their families are now friends. That's outstanding. They work together to be active together in the community. And with Asia now going off to college, she still considers Alice to be an important person in her life. That's great. Moving on, Balmu and Patrick are matched through Everybody Wins Vermont and have been together for 3.5 years. They are often the life of the Zoom party, since mentoring has moved online meetings, and their enthusiasm to read together is contagious. In fact, Patrick helps Balmu's confidence in reading out loud has increased, and now he reads long chapter books out loud in their entirety. That's fantastic. Next is Halima and Premali from King Street Center. Have been matched for an impressive 8 years. That's great. These two met when Hamalia was in elementary school and is now in junior high school. They still enjoy a variety of activities and continue to learn from each other. They celebrate each anniversary of their match with red velvet cake. Now that's some good stuff. Isaac and Pat have been matched for 2.5 years through Spectrum Mentoring Program. Pat has been one of Isaac's biggest supporters, and he helped Isaac get the equipment and transportation he needed to be able to play football and basketball. And he also attends almost every game Isaac has. Pat wants to help Isaac succeed in all his endeavors, and he enjoys spending time with him. Their connection is incredibly special, and they say it's fate. Next up is Carson and Ellen from the Grand Isle Mentoring Program have been matched for 2 years. This pair looks forward to their Zoom time where they play games, talk, do puzzles, and more. Carson may even pick up his computer to take Ellen to virtually see the new ducks outside. They truly are a model of how to create a valuable friendship during the pandemic. Next up is Kaylee and Janika. They have been matched for 2 years through mentoring at United Counseling Services. These two enjoy exploring the outside world, and when they can't do that, they do crafts together, even when they meet online. They look forward to trying new things and finding fun, new places to explore. Next up is Lily and Kim. They have been matched for 4.5 years through the Milton Mentors. This team leads by example and are regulars at group events, joining with open and welcoming attitudes. They love just spending time together, talking about life, artists, music, and sharing their perspective on different things. And then next up is Luca and Johanna, who are matched through the collaborative and have been together for about 5 months. Although they are a new match, they have developed a great bond, and Luca has already become more confident, stepping up to help her fellow students and teachers. These two enjoy doing arts, crafts, talking about shared interests, and spending time together. Next up is McKenna and Deb. They have been matched for 4 years through the Twin Field together. These two maintain their match even when McKenna changed schools. Throughout the years, Deb has taught McKenna important life skills and has encouraged her to explore new concepts and her love of art. McKenna enjoys trying new activities with Deb and sharing her opinions through open and honest discussion. And next up is Nevea and Amy. And they have been matched through Empower Up mentoring for the past 3 years. Nevea looks forward to spending time with Amy each week, and they enjoy introducing each other to new books, games, and crafts. They also work together on math and reading homework, which has improved as a result. To just connect and spend time with each other is a favorite pastime, and to take walks with Amy's dogs. Very nice. And last, but certainly not least, is Zachary and Mark, who have been matched for 2 years through the Girls Boys Mentoring Program. They love spending time outdoors and have interviewed local game wardens, explored architecture and design, and even started taking Taekwondo together. Mark loves to spend time with Zachary, listening and helping him work through any issues he may be dealing with. These two really enjoy being friends. Well, you all are fantastic. What you do together, and I do apologize if I pronounced anyone's name wrong. I'm not perfect, but I tried. But you all are fantastic. I'm honored that Mentor Vermont has allowed me to share these incredible stories of friendship with you all. Thank you to all the mentors and mentees for your service as ambassadors to support youth mentoring in Vermont. The Mentor Vermont website has more information about these matches, so I encourage everyone to take a peek. I read through and it's really impressive. And it includes their thoughts, you all, on being part of this mentoring program, and hope everybody will check that out. And really want to thank again Chad and the team at Mentor Vermont for putting this all together, allowing us to be a part of it and sponsor it. Thank you all for what you do to kind of help foster and build these mentorship initiatives. And this is just another example, really, of their professionalism and passion for mentoring. And of course, again, huge thank you to all of you for today. Continue to do what you do. You're doing fantastic work in the communities. It's much needed, and you're building lifelong bonds. So thanks again, and I'll turn it back to Chad.
Thank you, Brad and Comcast, and thank you to all of you. I mean, I think that's a little snippet. And if you haven't gone onto the website to read all the stories, we encourage you to do so. We'll be sharing your stories out in the local community through our newsletter, social media, and press releases to really just help highlight the importance of mentoring and what it can look like. Because the biggest barrier for folks to get involved in mentoring is really being able to see themselves as a mentor or mentee. And we really believe that over the years, we've found the ambassadors of mentoring to be a great way to do that. So I thank you all for doing that. I would like to get a photo for if you don't mind, if you can bear with me doing a photo here. If anybody would like to be on camera, turn your camera on. We're going to do a screenshot photo on Zoom here, and we'll save that. And then after that, I had one other thing I wanted to do, and then we'll sort of let you get on your way here. So, all righty. So anybody else wants to come on? Turn on your camera here. Yeah.
Could we also have some applause?
Definitely. You want to do applause first? Let's do applause first.
Ooh, congratulations, everybody.
All righty. So I'm going to try to do this. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and you can smile if you wish, or make a funny face, or whatever you want to do. All righty. 1, 2, 3. All righty. Let's see what we got here. And then what I wanted to do is just open it up. If any mentor or mentee wanted to say anything, or I welcome anybody's comments. We hadn't done this in the past, but I felt like it was just an opportunity. If anybody wanted to take themselves off mute and share a little bit of something, that you should feel free about your mentoring relationship, and you can go from there. Anybody wish to share? It's okay if you don't, but if you want to.
I just wanted to, I'm Mark, and Zachary is my mentee. Is Zachary there? And I just wanted to thank Kim Smith and Wendy Freundlich, before Kim, program directors for Boys, Girls First, who gave me the opportunity to participate in the program. I was reluctant to participate, and Wendy was very persuasive to get me to consider it. And when I did decide to join, I was really glad I had, because I've been paired with a really amazing young person, Zachary, and I just want to thank his family, Crystal and Arthur, Lydia, and Vivian, who have supported him, have been really wonderful partners in all of this. So thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been life-changing for me as well.
Thanks for sharing, Mark.
It looks like we have Kenna mentioning in the chat that she'd be willing to share.
Yeah, so I've been with my mentor Deb for about 4 years, and over those years I've slowly grown towards more towards her, and we've each taught each other lessons that have stuck with us throughout the multiple years that we've been together. We've taught each other some things. We've definitely killed each other with laughs a few times, to the point where one of us may or may not be on the floor, and whenever
Uh-oh. I think she froze up.
Getting good there.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to hear what she had to say.
once every week, and just kind of spill some whatever drama went on through the week, and get to do more opportunities than I wouldn't be able to do at home or at school. It's just been really good overall, and I'm actually really glad that I decided to sign myself up for the mentoring program back in 4th grade.
Thank you, McKenna.
Thanks for sharing. Would anybody else want to share before we wrap things up here?
This is Ellen. I want to say thank you to Carson. It gets kind of lonely up in Grand Isle in the winter, especially when there's a pandemic and you're stuck in your house. And we Zoomed every 2 weeks, because every week was a lot for him. And boy, that was such a help to me, to have his funny stories, have someone to laugh with, think about, well, there's more to what's going on than just what's happening in my house. And he would bring his little sister in, and she would giggle, and his mother came and talked, and it was like a new family during the pandemic. So thanks a lot, Carson, and to everybody in your family.
Yeah, basically.
Yep. Family mentoring.
Thanks for sharing.
shout out to Gabe. I see she's here from King Street Center. So I'm one of those matches that's been 8 years in February. And Gabby has been with us through the whole journey. So big shout out to her. We couldn't do it without you. And I certainly have received a lot more through this relationship than I've given. So I feel very blessed.
Thanks for sharing. All righty. Well, thank you all for being here today and for being mentors and mentees and program coordinators in your programs. It makes a world of difference in the communities you all work in and are part of. And I know from personal experience that it means a lot to both the mentor and mentee. So I really applaud you all for the great work that you all do and look forward to helping amplify, mentoring, and amplify your stories to try to get more folks to sign up to become mentors and mentees. Thanks again to Comcast for sponsoring this and making the Ambassadors of Mentoring possible. We look forward to working with Comcast to do this again next year. And definitely feel free to reach out to Mentor Vermont if we can support you in any way. And happy last day of National Mentoring Month here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.